welcome to the latest episode of WYTPods. And today we have an amazing person with us. He's founder of World Chain Collision. He had a vision that none of the people have in the fashion industry right now. He came up with the idea to have pockets in women clothing, and that is a need from past, I would say, 2000 years, maybe something like that, but people are not getting it. I don't know why people are demanding it. Women is demanding it, but no one is giving it. They just want to sell wallets. I don't know why. They need pockets. The other day I was reading this comment where they say there was a lady, she was changing her baby's clothes, and she was like, "Oh, my baby has pockets. I don't have those. Baby doesn't have anything to do with pocket." So this was the problem that was realized by our entrepreneur, whom I'll be introducing to you, and he resolved it. So let me introduce you to our guest today, Richard Baker. Hi,
Well, thank you
Richard.
for having me on. It's really nice to be here, and I'm excited to be part of this.
So, Richard, I've told what you do to my viewers. I've told them that, but I want to listen from you. Like I want you to introduce you to my viewers so that they know you better.
Well, I have a background in economics, so I went to school for economics and got a bachelor's degree in economics, and I got a minor in entrepreneurship. And a big inspiration behind this company was the loss of my mom. She went through
Oh,
cancer for many years. She got it when I was probably 6 or 7, and she had it for 20 something years. And she was a fighter, and I always admired that about her and drew a
mhm.
lot of inspiration from her on that. And so one of the things that I thought about one day was, how can I give back to the cancer community, to people that are going
Mhm.
through that difficult time in their life, and what is something that I can do that might make it a little bit easier. And one of the things I thought about was, when my mom was sick, she always had um, wigs, and wigs
Okay.
were something that helped her get through some semblance. It gave her some semblance of normalcy, as small as it is, when there's so much uncertainty surrounding a
Mhm.
cancer diagnosis. So when she had a wig, she kind of had her, some normalcy and a sense of identity back. And so it was an important thing for her. Unfortunately, wigs aren't cheap. And while there are a lot of people that donate their hair and time to supplying wigs for people going through chemo, there's still a lot of people that don't have access to them. So I came up
Absolutely.
with this company to help be able to provide wigs. And one of the things that, you always have to have a product, right, to make money. And
Mhm.
I'm sure any girl or guy that's had a girlfriend or something can tell you, girls never have pockets in their
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah.
They're always like, can you hold my phone? Can you
That's
hold
right.
my wallet?
Mhm.
You have pockets, I don't. And I thought, why don't we have pockets in women's jeans? There's obviously a need there that has, for some reason, not been filled. And so we set out to have fill that need.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the means to the end for being able to raise the funds we want to raise, and while delivering a product that fills a niche. So that's kind of a little bit of background about me, and what kind of got us going on this journey with women's jeans and cancer causes.
Well, even I didn't realize ever why my girlfriend, like, don't ask me which one. I cannot say it here. Like, so, okay, coming back. So talking about my girlfriend or my mother or anyone walking with me, they're like, "Can you hold my phone?" And I was like, "Why can't you have it yourself? You just keep it yourself." I never realized they don't have pockets to keep it. And that's why they're giving it to us all the time. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, this is
It's so
actually
weird.
something good. Yeah, yeah,
No,
actually. So it's just fake. It's completely fake. It's dummy, I would say.
they don't. There's like no pocket. I mean, I don't even. You can't even hold like you know, uh,
A
what a
key.
whatever the lip balm stuff is. You can't even hold
Yeah,
chapstick in it. That's what chapsticks can't even
yeah,
fit
you
in it.
can.
So
That's
it's bizarre. I've never actually been able to figure out why they don't have
hmm.
uh, pockets, but now there's jeans that have pockets. So
Yeah, the brands wants to sell only purse, no pockets.
right, big purse.
Yeah. So they made purse. Okay. They won't give like a $1 extra, like it will cost $1 extra for the pockets. But oh, why will we spend $1? Let's sell them $100 purse.
Right, exactly. No doubtably what's behind a lot of it is just
Yeah.
more ways to sell more product. So
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So there's this thing on your website also, and the motto also that one person, one pair of jeans at a time. So I got an idea what it might be, but I want to listen it from you. Like, can you expand what it is?
yeah, so for me, starting a company is a huge process. It can feel really overwhelming. There's a lot of steps to take, and and when it comes to trying to help as many people as you want to be able to help
Hmm.
with your company, if you think about it in a broad spectrum, it can be very overwhelming. And so for me, what that really is, I draw upon the Eastern wisdom of
Hmm.
a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single footstep. And so
True.
each each step we make, we get closer to making a difference. And
Hmm.
so each pair of jeans we sell, big or small as it may be,
Hmm.
it's one step closer to helping more and more people. And so that's kind of why we say one pair of jeans at a time gets us closer and closer to helping more and more and more people as we grow. And so it's a
Yeah.
way to kind of take a big giant spectrum of a goal and what we are trying to do and accomplish, and bringing it down to a simple goal of selling
Hmm.
jeans. So that's kind of what's behind that. And that's
Yeah.
really the inspiration behind that kind of model that we have.
No, that's actually, I mean, I should really appreciate it. Everyone should appreciate it. Like, and I mean, your vision is certainly praiseworthy. No one can deny that, and everyone is gonna praise it. You're creating awareness. You're supporting people. You're giving them strength, especially to the cancer patients. And you're obviously, I mean, it is really important. If you're living in this world, you have to give back also, and you are doing it. This is one part of the coin. Then there's another part of the coin. This is heads. Then you have tails also to the coin, that is getting an e-commerce business. To support all these causes, you need to set up a business, right? The money comes from there. Nothing without money. So to I would say, get an e-commerce business up and running, it is far more difficult than most people think. Like they think it's easy. They don't realize how much efforts you have to put, what are the difficulties you have to face, and they don't know how to overcome that. Like, you are in the business. I want to know what is your story, how you overcame.
Starting an e-commerce business it's very challenging. It's a
Mhm.
very daunting um,
Mhm.
process. You're going from nobody knowing your vision, your company, knowing anything about you even existing, to trying to
Yeah.
build up enough of a base that you can sustain a company. And that's very challenging, especially for us, what we've noticed is selling women's clothing online has been really, really challenging.
Yeah.
Our market research shows that, women want to feel good in what they wear. They want to feel comfortable. They want to feel confident. And that's really hard for them to get that sense over an e-commerce platform. And so we've done a lot to try to figure out how to explain what the jeans are, explain how they may feel in them, explain what the material is,
Mm-hmm.
explain how they fit, and show through a variety of different women that have been very kind to allow us to
Mm-hmm.
to for them to try on the jeans and to take photographs with them so that our customer base can have an understanding of what it might look like on them or how they may feel in them. But still, it's very hard. And so for us to overcome it has been a lot of patience. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we stay in the course, persevering through it, not letting it discourage us, and figure out one of the things that we also do in addition to the e-commerce is try to branch out into local stores so
Mm-hmm.
that we can start building up a customer rapport within the communities that so that they can have an idea of what they're ordering online. So the next purchase they make may be online as opposed to going into the store.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
yeah, so it just takes a lot of patience and time and persevering through it. And you're right, it's an extremely difficult thing to start up. Um, you know,
It's not, and it's not like you have only one difficulty. Each day you have something new to face.
every day there's something new, and it can be really
Mm.
easy to be demoralized. And for me, having uh, people that are close to me that encourage
Mm.
me to continue going forward with it
Mm.
is important. To have that family base is important.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the
So
problems in today's market is so dynamic. It is so dynamic. It's like you're like this, and you're like, yeah, I solved the problem, and then you're like, okay, no, yeah, you're like this.
yeah, the
And
ups and
again,
downs
there's another problem at your back. You just have to turn your face, and they're like, okay, one more. Hi, I'm here. You didn't
it's
lose me.
insane. The
Yeah.
ups and downs, the roller coaster. I mean, I'll say this: starting a business is one of the biggest roller coaster rides you'll ever go on. I
Yeah.
mean, and part of being for me to run this company successfully is to manage those ups and downs, and to
Yeah.
just keep my eye on the vision and what the goal is and where we're going, and to not necessarily let the sways of the day dictate the next move. And that can be hard at times,
Yeah.
especially if you have really good news or sometimes really bad news. It can be hard to kind of keep that even mindset and that kind of flat kind of emotional stance through the
Yeah. True.
process. But it's a good skill to learn, and I'm still learning it. And I think we all are always going to learn it for the rest of our life. It's not something you're going to ever fully master.
Yeah, that's what life is all about. Learn, 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 learn. Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
So is it the you mentioned about reaching people in the community nearby you, and is it the only marketing strategy to drive the potential customers you to your website, or there's something more that you do?
Oh, well, we do a lot of online marketing too. We do a lot of the social media marketing. We're
Okay.
on Instagram, we're on Facebook,
Mhm.
Twitter, all of them, TikTok, trying to think of
Mhm.
all of them. And so we branch out through that too, and we get a lot of views on those, and we get a we get a lot of really important feedback from people through social media
Mhm.
on what we're doing, and A lot of the ways that we've been able to reach customers more is that we'll get insight from somebody from one of those platforms that says, hey, you know, I'm really interested in this, but here's something that I would like to know before I buy the jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so online marketing has been huge, especially social media marketing in the beginning, because it's a cheaper way to reach a
Mm-hmm.
broad audience. You know,
Yeah,
Google's a
that's
great
right.
way, but you got to have some real money to do Google, right? And
That's
so
true.
right now, you know, we are working with Google a little bit, but we've been working a lot with social media companies and Snapchat. So that's been driving a lot of our so we're based in Denver, and outside of Denver a lot, obviously, since we're not in
Mm-hmm.
stores outside of Denver, we get a lot of our website traffic through our social media
Yeah.
campaigns, which has been good.
Yeah, this is a lot of plates that you're spinning. How do you keep everything smooth?
Uh, well, having you know, my girlfriend got me a planner, some fancy business planner that like
Oh,
breaks it down by the half an hour intervals through the day, which has been really helpful and trying to stay organized with everything going on. And I've always had a brain that kind of bounces all over the place anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I've, you know, when I was younger, I got diagnosed with ADHD. And so I have a mind that's just like spins
yeah.
everywhere
Me
all the
too.
time. So there's
I
like
can
50
relate.
things going on, and it's great for me because I can just bounce around everywhere anyway, right? And then it helps me be
Yeah,
successful. It's great. So
yeah.
I
I mean, it
love
is
that.
amazing. Yeah, if you know how to use ADHD, it's the best thing. I have ADHD. I know that. Like,
Wonderful. Yeah. So you know the whole, it's like all
yeah,
over the
yeah.
place. And
It
then
makes you multitasker, man. It makes you
yeah, it's great.
multitasker. Yeah, people think
Yeah,
it's something bad. No, it's not bad. It's just that you don't know how to use it.
yeah, you got to figure out how to make it work for you. And once you do that, it's
Yeah.
great. So being organized and then just naturally the way I think helps me keep on top of it all. So we keep things going. It's great.
So
A
we can
fun journey.
conclude that to like the way you do things smoothly or running everything smoothly. The all the credits goes to ADHD. ADHD is the winner.
Pretty much. Yeah. And actually, I would say most of it goes towards that. So that's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's, you know, I remember being a kid and like, they always act like they would talk to you like you have some horrible terminal illness, like, oh, you have
Yeah.
ADHD. Oh. And they don't realize like it's helping me build a big company, and it's not a bad
Yeah.
thing actually. So
That is true. Okay. See, everything is fine. I just want one more thing from you. There are a lot of business coming up. There are a lot of entrepreneurs in the market who wants to do business, and you are running a business. So give me something that I can tell my viewers to keep in mind when they are becoming an entrepreneur.
yeah, to keep in mind is that it's not going to be a quick road to success. Like every time I hear people talk about being an entrepreneur or starting a company, they speak about it as if it's like their way to become a multimillionaire, right?
Mhm.
Overnight.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not the case. I mean,
yeah.
that could happen, hopefully, but that's not the point. The point, what I'm going to say is if money is the driver behind being an entrepreneurship, it's going to be really hard
Hmm.
because you're not going to get paid right away. And then when you do, it's not going to be that great. You have to have something deep inside you that is driving you to do this,
Hmm.
and that propels you to the next level.
Yeah,
Um, because it's really, you know, it's got its good days, but it's got its really miserable days too, and it can be very draining emotionally and psychologically. And
hmm,
so, entering an entrepreneurship entering in entrepreneurship, it's key to remember all that, and that it's not easy, and it's
yeah,
not like, you know, a lot of my friends say, well, you know, it's great. You don't have a boss. You are your boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I sit there and think, you know, I've had a lot of jobs in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and I could go into work, I could do my task, and I could
Mm-hmm.
punch out at the end of the night, and that was it. We're done. But with this, that's not the case. You know, it's all the time, and it's
Yeah.
very, very consuming. So it's important to enter, if you're going to enter into this, to number one, have a real passion for doing something, and have that passion be more than just, I want to make money. Because if you
Yeah,
just want to
that's
make money,
very
you
important.
get a 9 to 5, right? And you'll make plenty of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, and then two, to realize it's not going to be an easy road. It's going to be a pretty hard road for a long
Yeah.
time. And to
True. True.
three, to just, if you get through the first 2 rounds, it's what you want to do. There's a deep desire to, you have something that's driving you, that's deep, a
Mm-hmm.
deep passion to be in entrepreneurship. The third thing is to always realize that you've just got to stay the course, and not let the highs get too highs or the lows get too lows, as we said earlier, and to
Mm-hmm.
just stay the course and keep your eye on the prize, and to just keep trudging forward. As um, Confucius said, a journey of a
Mm-hmm.
thousand miles begins with a single footstep. So you just got to take that step after step after step.
Just
So that
don't
would be my,
stop.
and just don't stop. And you'll
Yeah,
hit that 1,000 mile point at some point.
that's true. Like you can fall, but you cannot stop. Just get up and start again.
Absolutely.
That's why.
Absolutely.
So, Richard, was really nice. I really loved talking to you today. And it was really lovely having you on our show. And I hope you also enjoyed it.
Oh, it was a
So,
lot of fun. I've been excited to talk with you guys, and it was a great honor to be here today.
same here, same, likewise. All right. So, I'll say we meet sometime soon and goodbye.
Wonderful. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.